right, and we're back. This is episode 153 of the Taproom podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Man, it is bright out. I mean, not even bright out. It's fucking early. It's like 6:38 in the morning on a Sunday early. I gotta up a little early because I gotta go record around 8:30, but gotta make sure this episode's out, baby, because this is a good one. This is Central Waters Milwaukee. Such a fun time and such a great person to talk to with Nate Bahr. Man, it was just really cool. And he does he's a head brewer, but he's also does all the R&D, and it was just such a fun, obviously we talked about the Small Heron. I kept calling it the Heron. I thought that's how you pronounced it, but I was listening back. I was like, man, that beer was so good. And what a cool tap room. Obviously it's a converted church, and the windows, the architecture, it was a beautiful, beautiful building and phenomenal beer. Really cool merch too. And all their can artwork, everything. I can't say enough good things, man. But Nate, I just wanted to say thank you, man. I appreciate you. Obviously this was recorded, just a little over a month ago with him. And man, it was just, like I said, it was just a blast. And, being able to, I know I've said it multiple times, but that trip was just so much fun. And I just love talking to brewers, man, especially and then hearing about, the different styles and the different, what gets consumed more in, in different places, in the country and stuff like that. And obviously Wisconsin having a special place in my heart because of Green Bay, even though they let me down last night. Oh man, that was rough. Well, who really let me down is their kicker. Missed 2 field goals and an extra point. Lost by 4. It's life. To quote the man, Frankie S. Mr. Sinatra himself. Yeah, that was a tough game to watch, man. And what was it? The game before that, though, the Panthers game and the Rams, that was a hell of a game too. I think the Rams got a real shot. I think they're going to be really good. And then today we got a couple playoff games. The Natty is set. So it's going to be Indiana and Miami. Was not expecting Miami to beat Ole Miss, man. Was not. But Indiana looks so dominant. And I love all the memes going around with Fernando Mendoza and all the Raider fans saying, "That's my quarterback." I love it. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's gonna be it's gonna be so sweet. But yeah, I'm a little heartbroken this morning. But that's life, and it's just a game. It'll be all right. I still got my Avalanche, so the Avalanche. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a quick intro because I got to get ready. Got to head out to Costa Mesa, going to Salty Bear to record with Harrison. Really excited about that. That's going to be fun. Let's see here. What else we got? We got some new Taproom tales this week. That's going to be pretty funny. It's the Rainy Day episode part 2. So looking forward to that. That's going to be really good. I'm trying to think what else. Next week's episode is going to be the Taps and Tailgates reunion episode. So me, Nav, and Jizzy are getting back together for one episode. Really looking forward to it. But before we jump into the episode with Nate, I want to give a quick shout out to Podbean. They're the distribution platform that I use for the Taproom to so get it all, to get it all on the interwebs and all that sort of stuff. But if you've ever thought about starting your own show, Podbean makes it super easy with hosting, analytics, and they give you all the tools to kind of grow your audience and stuff like that. And plus, listeners get 1 month free when you sign up using my affiliate link. It's podbean.com/taproompod. Again, that's podbean.com/taproompod. So you can check it out if you've ever thought about starting a show, or, it could be about anything. It doesn't have to be specifically about beer if you're listening to this. But if you want it to be about beer, do it. Just do something, you want to do. And if you use that link, you can check it out, and it does actually help support the show too. So get out there and find your beer, baby. All right, let's jump into the episode with Nate. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for the outro. Cheers. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike, and I have a very special guest on the show today. And I have Nate Bahr of Central Waters Milwaukee out here, obviously in Milwaukee. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for letting me come down and have a beer with you and hear your story.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you have? Are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Dunkel.
Okay.
It's called CW Dunkel.
All right.
CW obviously stands for
Central Waters.
Central Waters, but I was
Cheers.
kind of trying to do like a play on like an old name like P.T. Barnum.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome. I like that. So I'm having the Small Heron. Love the glass artwork, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's jumping. It's a 3.8 or 3.9.
3.8 small beer, all Motueka hops.
Holy shit! That might be not blowing smoke up your ass because I've never really said this on the show, but that might be one of the best beers I've ever had.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear that.
That's really fucking good.
And that was an interesting one to make, just because the mash bed would be too small to produce that amount of alcohol.
Okay.
And so I had to brew it essentially high gravity,
Wow.
then to dilute it down to volume. But I typically don't ever go over 20% because I don't want it to taste thin.
Dang. And the head retention, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
Yep. Motueka hops have slowly become one of my favorite hops in the world.
Okay. Yeah, those New Zealand hops are just fantastic.
Yep. And this one pushes a lot of lime zest, a little citrus.
Okay. And so, man, tell me how you got started. Tell me about your journey in craft beer, man.
Well, I guess, I'm kind of similar to most professional brewers. I started off as a home brewer.
Yeah.
My wife gave me a Hefeweizen kit from Northern Brewer.
Okay.
In 2009.
Yeah.
I think. And the first time, we brewed, it didn't turn out very well.
Okay.
But there was something about the process that I got really interested in.
Yeah.
And I just kept on trying to make things better, Of
course.
And I moved out of the, buying the actual kits pretty quickly. I remember subscribing to like Brew Your Own magazine and reading about articles about recipes and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Then moved into all grain very quick.
Okay.
Got sick of bottling very quickly and moved into kegs.
Yeah.
And it just kind of snowballed into like an obsession
a
little bit. And then I actually used to kind of bother the guys at Lakefront for a job.
Okay.
Either Luther or Russ.
Yeah.
And so this would have been probably in 2012.
Okay.
And finally got a job running the last loads off the canning line, second shift back up to the warehouse.
Yeah.
It's a few miles north of the brewery there. And by the time I'd get back, all the doors would be locked except for the brewery side where the brewers are, because they brew 24 hours a day.
Okay.
And I got to start to get to know those guys. And one of them told me that they were going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And so I applied for that job and started as third shift cellarman.
Okay.
And then worked my way up to first shift brewer, basically over the course of like 3.5 years.
Wow.
So that's kind of where I learned to cut my teeth. And I always hold those memories in high regard just because, Luther, the head brewer there, really knows what he's doing. And it was a great crew to work with. And I learned a lot. And a lot of those processes that I learned there, I still carry with me today.
That's great.
Yeah. And then, after that, I went up and started the Bavarian Beer House, which is in Glendale, just north of here. And basically the only reason I did that is they doubled my salary.
Yeah.
I was ready to take the leap as a head brewer at the time. And so this place was literally like, it was never a brewery before. It was a restaurant. They added a brewery into it. So the big focus there was obviously traditional style lagers. I think we made like one pale ale.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
lot of Hefeweizen, a lot of Helles, a lot of Dunkel.
Yeah.
And then I stayed there for about 3.5 years, I think 4 years.
Okay.
And then I kind of wanted to get back into large scale production brewing. And I did a stint at Third Space down in the valley. They're probably the largest, outside of Lakefront, they're probably the largest brewery in the city.
Oh, wow.
But then, I enjoyed my time there a lot. I just didn't really like working the canning line, I guess, as much as I had to. But I definitely respect those guys. And then I took the leap into installing equipment for a company called Quality Tank Solutions. They do a lot of the breweries around here and nationwide. And my job was basically, I would travel out to the job site, take a look at the building, make sure the drawings matched up. Yeah. And then I would arrive with the equipment as along with other guys, and we would kind of get everything placed. So then I would do all the wiring. Yeah. And pneumatics or anything that needed to be done with that. And then I would stick around or come back later for commissioning.
Okay.
There was a lot of travel.
Yeah.
I got 2 kids.
Oh, okay.
And so I was kind of missing too much. So
yeah,
I ended up having to get out of that. And then I was lucky enough to land this job here, which is the coolest brewery job I've ever had. Just
That's
because
awesome.
of, I do R&D. So it's kind of like a really fun playground to work.
Yeah. And I love that part too, because it's like, I know this is something I was going to ask you later, but like balancing like with R&D, like balancing the creativity and consistency with the brewery, because obviously they all have their cores and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's that like for you, like, throughout this process of being in R&D?
I guess, for me, like I'll read about like a new hop product or something like that, which right now the innovation is just through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many different levers you can pull.
Yeah.
And I'll find out about something, or maybe I hear it on a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of research into it, first off, and try to formulate a plan.
Yeah.
And then I rely on my experience and understanding of the limitations of the equipment that I have to execute it.
Yeah.
And so it's, sometimes I'll brew it again. And, part of my job is coming up with new recipes to roll into the production facility up north.
Yeah.
There's about 4 a year that go up there.
Okay.
I just kind of lean on my experience most of all to just kind of like the consistency falls in line with that.
Of course. Yeah.
I follow the same procedures for everything I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll change up the dry hop sequence just based on like maybe I read something somewhere and I'm like, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
And everything I do is essentially a learning process.
Of course.
And I think that's the biggest part of why I love this job is that like I'm getting fulfilled with by curiosity.
Yeah.
And I love being able to execute it at the same time, but then drink a high quality product in the end,
100%, man.
See people enjoy it, it all makes it worthwhile.
I know. And what was that like for you? Like the first time you saw like somebody like enjoying something that you brewed?
I mean, it was great. It's a great feeling. I usually try to stay off of things like Untapped or something like that.
Of course,
because that's the rabbit hole you
don't
want to go down. But it's a good feeling seeing people enjoy the beers and then hearing feedback directly from customers. Which is pretty fun. For me, I think with beer, I'm kind of a perfectionist. So like, it's never quite good enough.
Oh,
like, even if it hits, I'm always like, it could be better.
Oh, dude, it's funny you say that. I was talking to Russ a little bit ago, and that's exactly what I told him. I said, that's why I love talking to brewers, because it's never good enough.
Never good enough.
So you can make the best beer, you can metal, you can do all that stuff, but it's never good enough.
No, and I'm always thinking like, well, what can I change to make this hit harder? And, how can we make this happen? And like color or whatever.
Yeah. And there's always a new, like, obviously, like there's the different styles that we have like that, but there's always a new way to try to make something. And that's why I love it, because it's a creative process. It's like, that's why, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do love some of like the really big production breweries and stuff like that. But like, I love the creativity behind it.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody wants, like, they're striving. Like, you could have they could be at one brewery and then another brewery brew the same beer, same recipe and everything like that, different system.
Always
and it comes out different. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. And that, to me, that's wild, right?
Yep.
Like, or you could get a hop from, one part of the country and then like go the same hop in another part of the country and completely different flavor profile.
Yep.
Yeah. I think 100%. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's something to be said for production brewers. I mean, I always really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
You just kind of hammer out the same stuff and it's just perfect, It seems like the guys that are probably having the most fun in those large breweries are the guys that are running the pilot system.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I love it when a brewery has a pilot system too. To me, that's because then I'm like, if I see that, I'm going to ask them questions about it, because it's cool because you can have your cores, but you can just try to make something different too.
Yeah.
Just make a one-off and see if it hits, maybe, you never know. You might keep it within the fold.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that. And were there like brewers or breweries, obviously, like growing up, like, starting out homebrewing that maybe influenced you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, Lakefront was my favorite, being a local guy. Like, I lived in the neighborhood just north of the brewery and he used to go there all the time.
Okay.
They run tours every day.
Yeah.
But it used to be all you could drink. And that's like a really poor 21-year-old.
Yeah.
We used to love going down there just to get free beer, basically.
Oh, yeah.
and always loved the beer for sure. So they were a big one for me. Nuclearis has always been dear to me just because they're like, their quality is just through the roof.
Yeah.
Everything they do is just so good. Love it. And then, more recently, I would say I've been really inspired by breweries like Other Half.
Oh, yeah. New York.
Yeah, for IPAs. And they actually have a new place down in Chicago too.
Yeah.
That I haven't been to yet, but that and, like the Beer Stop Lager House in Colorado is like one of my all-time favorites.
The slow pour pills.
Yeah, it's like one of the first places I go to every time I go to Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, locally, I think, Lakefront was probably the biggest influence on me.
Okay.
For
I
sure.
love it, man. And what's maybe a couple things, like a couple of your favorite things that you love about the Milwaukee craft beer scene?
The Milwaukee craft beer scene is, it's fun. It's both, friendly, but competitive.
Of course.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Which is really great. I mean, I know a lot of, brewers at different breweries around here, and we, people try to hang out as often as possible, but it's a really inviting beer scene. That, if you're ever missing some ingredients or something like that, people will help you out.
Yeah.
Which is pretty common anywhere.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. I feel like everybody in the city wants all the other breweries to succeed, because it's kind of like, you want to prop up the whole ship. You want everyone to do
100%.
Well.
Yeah.
You don't want necessarily like try to beat everybody all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what's so great about this industry. Like everyone wants, like, was it a rising tide? What's the
rising tide like shaves the ship or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. we know what we're talking about. No, but that's great. Yeah, like, like some breweries, like they'll have identities, right? They'll have like their specific, like, like Beer Stop, and known for their lagers.
Yep.
Do you feel like, obviously, like you being a part of the R&D side too, like what's like, do you feel like Central Waters has their like, like a specific beer style, or is it just something that you like you want to make everything?
Well, I guess, being two different breweries.
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself first, is that I like to make everything, but within reason.
Yeah, of course.
And so I've never really been a big fan of yeast-forward beers.
Okay.
Like wit beers.
Yeah.
And Hefeweizens and stuff like that. But so I usually don't do a lot of that.
Okay.
It just doesn't really seem like there's a ton of demand right now for wit beers anyways. So my biggest focus is on making like quality lagers.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're having here, but these days it seems to be more and more geared towards IPAs.
Yeah.
And really trying to push the envelope with these products that are available. So I'm like really into the terpenes and products like Incognito and flowable hop products have really changed the landscape for sure.
Oh yeah, and like the Dynaboost and all those, like the Hyperboost and all that.
100%. I mean, one of those 100-gram jars of Hyperboost replaces like 22 pounds of
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they're not expensive, but it's just crazy how much like they like could just like, even the ones like you saw. So some people that I met through the podcast at a brewery, it's about an hour away from me, but they were at GABF and they got these little samples and they put like a little drop, like one drop in their like lager, like their light lager. And you would have thought it was like some kind of IPA.
Like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, it tasted delicious. But I was like, dang, you don't see that. Like, I mean, it's just crazy how innovative the industry is now. I mean, it continues to grow. So they continue to make new things.
Yeah. And the cool thing, is, they are expensive products, but you'll see those gains come back and yield.
Tenfold. Yeah. I mean, and that's like when you're like, even like something like GABF, do you guys send stuff every year?
I don't think we do, honestly. Okay. We won Best IPA in Wisconsin.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
IPA festival that Third Space hosts.
Congrats.
For our hazy called the Topwise.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't seem like as a whole, like we're super geared up for like metal farming.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the GABF it's a packaging competition.
Oh, it is 100%.
It's how did you get that stuff in cans?
Yeah.
I know a lot of breweries will make batches specifically for competition.
Yeah.
And then, if you look at the winner list a lot, it's a lot of breweries that are pretty close to the drop-off spot.
Yeah.
They're able to handle all that stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because it's just going to be sitting there for how long?
Yeah.
So
yeah, totally.
It's tough.
Yeah. But, the guys up north, I mean, our bread and butter as a company, I think what we're most known for is the barrel-aged stouts.
Okay.
We release a lot of them a year.
Yeah.
I think
gotta stay warm.
We might have the largest independently owned barrel program in the United States.
Dang.
Because Goose Island got bought.
Yeah.
Founders got bought.
Yeah.
Just leaving us, I think, in volume. And the warehouse up there, the barrel warehouse it's huge.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
They got hundreds and hundreds of barrels up there.
Who's a big one too? It's Boulevard in Kansas.
Yeah.
I got to record with them last week when I was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
it was brewery.
The facility was just like,
it's amazing.
It was like a well-oiled machine. Yep. And their brew house, like one of the cleanest, prettiest brew houses I've ever been in.
Yep.
I was like, just spread my ashes here.
Yeah, totally. It's just perfect.
And the spill drain. Oh, I love it. So I'm having the Small Heron right now. And seriously, like I still can't believe the head retention on it.
I know,
like,
it's still is kind of crazy.
That's wild.
For being so light.
Yeah. Behind the beer names. So I'm curious of like the different names that you guys have, but like the Small Heron, where did that come from for you guys?
So I'm sure you'll see here on all the posters.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
The Heron is definitely part of our branding.
Yeah.
And then Jordan and I, the guy that came up here before, he does all our label design.
Oh, okay.
I'll kind of come up with some names with the help of, my wife's teacher friends to chime in on beer names.
Okay.
Sometimes, so shout out to them. But, I'll come up with an idea and then I'll use maybe like an AI tool to kind of generate an image of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then I hand it over to him and then he just kind of runs with it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
And so the whole thing with the Heron, there's a beer that Central Waters that was doing for a long time, an old pale ale called Happy Heron.
Okay.
We obviously love the Heron here.
Yeah.
And so we try to like to send him on adventures, So this one, the can was just white and black. I don't think we have it anymore.
Oh, damn.
But he's just looking at, it's like Heron just looking at a small can of beer.
Oh, okay. I love that.
It's super simple.
Yeah.
Because the beer itself is super simple.
Yeah.
But that was a really fun one. And then it seems like the hazies, it's like wild.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
A lot of them are space themed. We have one called like Far Out Messenger.
Was one of them like Nebula or something like that?
Lupula Nebula.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so a lot of these, we use the foil backings.
Yeah.
They're shiny.
Okay.
It's just kind of like, it really grabs your eye.
Yeah.
It seems like the hazy cans when you go to a liquor store are usually like really bright and, stand out. But yeah, I mean, naming the beers when I first got here, I thought was really hard.
Yeah.
And so I created myself like a Google Doc and I just like add stuff when I think of it,
Yeah, sometimes it just pops in your head. You're like, oh, I'll save that for later.
Exactly. Somebody will say something. I'm like, oh, that'd be a really good name for a beer.
Yeah.
And I'll add it like on my phone,
in
real time.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah. It's a pretty fun process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you were talking about can artwork too, like that's so important because so at least especially in California, like there's so much saturation, right?
Oh
like, there's so many breweries. Like you throw a rock and hit 12.
Yeah.
I feel like, but with all the people that can and all that, it's tough to like separate yourself. Like, because I mean, there's such great can artwork, but that's where the can artwork does come in. Because if you have something out there like, oh, that stands out, and they're like, I'm going to try that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for us right now, our system is basically, we rely on idea, the concept, and then the recipe and the name and everything.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of run with it. Like, I'm not a gambler outside of here.
Okay.
In general, but like, I have a tendency to take risks here because I feel confident in, all those things, the concept, the recipe.
And your ability for that matter.
Yeah. So what we started doing is kind of going all in on these things, and we'll run larger label orders to, save money on the printing costs.
Yeah.
And then with the anticipation that these beers are going to hit. And so we'll plan on basically making 2 of them a year.
Okay.
And that is part of that R&D process too of, brewing it. And then maybe you want to tweak something about it. So then that second iteration is, going to be better than the first one.
Of course.
And then over that course, then we're like, all right, cool. Now we already have the name, the idea, the recipe for the beers to scale up.
Yeah.
Up north.
Okay. I love that, man.
Yeah. To to me, it was a lot easier than the constant new names and new beers like over and over and over again. I would rather make these things a couple times.
Yeah.
The one that won a medal is, I think, the 8th iteration now.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, I've changed it every time.
Okay.
Slight tweaks. It still has like its base, but I was always like, oh, maybe we'll throw some like Nectaron in here, like Motueka, and really try to kick up the aroma, and maybe we'll try terpenes and stuff. And
I'd say, like, I'm not trying to sound like a dork or anything right now, but like just seeing, like, you can hear the passion behind your voice, but you can see it in your eyes too. And it's like, but that's like, I love that bit, because like people, like brewers are like, they're never resting on their laurels, man. It's always like, what's next? Yeah,
for real. This is the only job I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
I've had jobs before, but I didn't want to do any of those jobs,
And I'm sure when you finally start doing it, you're just like, it probably maybe just felt like one of the more natural things you've ever done.
Yep.
Like you were meant to do that.
Yeah. And I love it.
It's fantastic.
I'm sure I will forever.
Yeah.
My body will give out before my mind.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you what the first beer you ever brewed, but I know that was like the
Hefeweizen.
Yeah, the Hef. What was your first like pro beer that you did?
Professionally was probably like River West Stein at Lakefront.
All right.
I feel like every Monday we would start off with the lagers.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Mondays started off with the Nugris, which is the gluten-free beer, because everything was clean the previous week.
Yeah.
So we start off with that and then roll into the lagers.
Okay.
There's probably, 2 or 3 of those in succession. But, the Stein beer was 4 turns.
Yeah.
By the time you'd leave and come back the next day, that guy was finishing that last one. 50 barrel brew house. So I'm almost 100% positive that was probably relatively easier to brew. It's all tiled in. So I think that's probably where they would have started me.
Okay. Love that.
Yeah.
Next one's called the 4-pack. So it's a 4-pack of 4 questions. Next one is, what's one beer that never leaves your fridge because you're just always restocking it?
Well, the funny thing is my fridge, I hear a lot of brewers always say like Modelo or something like that, which I would love to say, but that's only partially true.
Okay.
It's kind of a revolving door.
All right.
I have a tendency to take stuff home from here to have, give to people to try, try to get feedback and stuff like that. Right now, I have a lot of our hop water in the refrigerator.
All right.
Because it does satisfy the itch.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, we just did our flights. I went to visit my grandpa in Phoenix for his 90th birthday, and our flights kept on getting canceled. This is when, the TSA was like, whatever,
Yeah.
And so we literally drove home got a different rental car and drove home with our kids,
Wow. How long was that?
It was, 30 hours or something. It was crazy. But we made the best out of it.
Yeah, of course.
So as we were driving through places like Albuquerque, we'd stop like a liquor store and grab some local beers and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what's rocking the fridge right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin's is actually here with he's from Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, so he flew out from Phoenix. I flew from LA. We just met at O'Hare. O'Hare. MDW? No, Midway? I think it was Midway.
Yep, totally. Yeah. On the south side.
Yeah, but it was, man, I love just I can't wait to try all the beers out here. So it's just, I think it's all great.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah. Next question. If you weren't in beer, what would you be doing?
I think that I would be like a forest ranger.
Okay.
I always thought that would be such a cool job.
That would be a badass job for sure.
Or like an electrician.
Okay.
Just because I love doing that tedious wiring work. And you can make really good money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Probably better than a brewer. Huh?
Oh, yeah. For sure. And I think sometimes people don't understand, when you tell them, sometimes what a brewer makes, they're like, you're lying.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Well, it's a passion-driven industry. So unfortunately, they don't have to pay money. And
what we always say, too, is glorified janitors.
Yeah.
90% of the time are cleaning.
That's all I'm doing. Yeah. And the forest ranger thing was just I love the mountains and all that.
That's cool.
And I would love to just be your office is outside.
Yeah.
Just roaming around a pickup truck or something.
Yeah. Maybe if there's a lake right by it, nearby, you just go chill by the lake on your lunch.
Yeah.
What's better than
pretty
that?
Cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's awesome. Mine was always Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I wanted to work at Blockbuster so bad.
Man, I loved Blockbuster.
Yeah. Like that's like, cause I mean, I was like, I remember telling my mom when I was a kid, I'm like, Mom, like they get to just sit there and watch movies and like, ring people up and like on a slow day, probably pop some candy, you know, or some popcorn.
Yep.
It's like, they get all the first pick on the new releases, back when that would happen. But man, that was like the coolest. I thought that was like the best job in the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was either that or like maybe I would do like if I was like own a comic book store because I've been a comic book nerd since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. I always think of the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. That'd be me. I'd be like, yeah. I'm going to say I've never stolen a comic before. Maybe once. Yeah. Maybe once. As a kid. Just to see if I could get away with it.
Yep.
Next question is, third question, the 4-pack. If you could collab with any brewery in the world, who is it and what would you make?
I would want to do something with Augustiner.
Okay.
In Munich.
All right.
I've been lucky enough to go there. My wife and I went to Munich for, I think, our 10-year wedding anniversary, maybe.
Okay.
But it is such a cool place.
Yeah.
And, the Augustiners, there's a few of them in Munich. I mean, they all are serving the same beer. And
yeah.
I've always been really intrigued by the German breweries that are just like, we have a light one.
Yeah.
We have a dark one.
Yeah.
And like a Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pilsner.
Yeah.
Which would be a stretch. And then they give it to you with the little doily on the bottom and all that, But their beer, the Edelstoff, is literally like out of the Stitchfass, like the grand kegs they put out. It's like one of the greatest things I've ever had.
Oh, I bet.
It's incredible.
And then people wonder why they can drink so much because like they're drinking like 2.5%, 3% beers.
Yep.
And they crush them all day.
Well, they're meant for that. We're meant for the beer garden and people hanging out and stuff, I remember we went to the big park in Munich and there was all these locals that had like a milk crate full of the returnable bottles from some local brewery. And there's a river that runs right through there and it's generally very cold.
Yeah.
And so all the people, they're having their little picnics or whatever, and they put the basket, milk crate, like in the river for the beer to stay cold.
Oh, wow. Cooler. That's awesome.
And then they take the bottles back to the brewery.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Such a cool place. I mean, I would love to just to see how they make beer.
Oh, yeah.
So I would make anything they wanted to be honest with you.
You tell me.
Yeah, for real. That would be such an honor.
That's so cool, man. Question number 4. What's a guilty pleasure you secretly love or not so secretly love?
I'm a big Fish fan.
Okay.
And have been.
Like the band.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, nothing wrong with it.
Since high school.
Okay.
My core group of friends and I, we've been, hanging out forever. And, I still, I'm 44, but I still go to like 4-night runs.
There you go.
I'm really tired for like a week after, that I love hiking.
Yeah.
So I like to do around here, the big hiking trail is the Ice Age Trail.
Okay.
It's like 1,500 miles, something like that. So I'm trying to knock off a lot of those segments slowly. So I typically go with my one daughter or just the dog.
Okay.
And then I love like peppers. Like
okay. like spicy peppers?
Yeah, like Hatch chilies.
Oh,
Fresnos,
yeah.
like all that kind of Anaheims, I love spicy food.
Oh, same.
So like I love chilies.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't eat it as often as, but I still eat spicy stuff, but I used to just want to like punish myself.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. For whatever reason. I don't know. It's just, it makes you feel alive.
Like one time I'll tell that. I don't think I've ever told this story on the show, so I'll tell you. It's a spicy one. Me and my brother, we were growing ghost peppers in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So we dried them out, whatever, chopped them up or like dehydrated them.
Sure.
And then chopped them up. And we were making a ramen. So we're like, all right, well, we'll just throw those in there while it's boiling, do all that, and be fine. So did that, but also doing a shit ton of hot sauce. We bought spicy ramen already. And then doing a shit ton of like different, like I think it was like scorpion pepper hot sauce. We had the dried ghost peppers in there. And you had to have enough broth in there to make sure because and my brother was smart about it. He was kind of drinking it while he was eating. I ate all the noodles first and then chugged the rest of it. And you better do a 5-minute afterburn. So we couldn't have anything to drink after. It was rough. And I was like, well, afterwards, I was like, you know what, bro? It wasn't that bad. It was hot. It was, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sound like a badass. It was spicy as shit, but it was good. But the next day, I was like, hey, brother, are you awake? Because I rented out a back house, and I texted him, I was like, hey, brother, are you awake? Do you want to go get breakfast? It's on me. And it hadn't hit me yet. We get to Denny's, and we're sitting there ordering food or whatever, and then food hasn't come yet. I was like, I grabbed my stomach. I was like, oh no.
It's happening.
Yeah, I was like, it's happening now. So I destroyed that bathroom. And I came back out, and our food just got there. I was like, we got to go.
Yeah. We should leave.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be seen. we got to get back to the house. And then we ended up going to a local bar and drinking some beers instead of going home. But yeah,
sure,
yeah, like 11 in the morning. No big deal.
No big deal.
But yeah, I don't know why I brought that. Oh, because we were talking about spice. Yeah.
Yep.
But I love habaneros. It's probably do you have like a favorite pepper?
I hatch chilies are probably
okay. Oh, hatch chilies are great.
My all-time favorite, and Fresnos.
Oh yeah,
I just love Fresnos.
Yeah. Like, are they easily accessible out here? Because I know we have the California, they have the New Mexico green chilies and stuff like that.
Yeah, the hatch ones. There's a local grocery store that average size is you can buy them in bulk.
Oh, there you go.
When they're fresh.
Yeah. And do they roast them?
Which I always miss. No, they come just straight up.
Oh, okay.
But I recently found some Fresnos randomly at a local grocery store, and I was just there grabbing some other stuff.
Yeah.
While my kid was in basketball practice or something, and I was like, oh snap! I might grab some of these.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just addicted to it.
Oh yeah, but it's cool when you can roast them and you can make a salsa with it. You can do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, so good.
Yep. Which is funny is I don't generally like spicy drinks.
Oh, yeah.
So I've never been a fan of pepper beers.
Oh, same, yeah.
Or spicy Bloody Marys. I'm more of a mild Bloody Mary guy.
Okay.
But something about the heat just hits you differently, and I really like it.
Oh, yeah. That's I had because I don't like guava. People in California love guava. They put that shit in every beer imaginable, I feel like. But it's just not for me. It tastes smells like feet. It tastes like vomit to me. Sorry. I've always said this is an anti-guava podcast. To each his own. People love it, but it's just not really for me.
Sure.
But I had one recently. It was at Cerveceria del Pueblo in Pasadena out there. And I was like, it was a sour. And I don't drink a lot of sours, but I was like, oh, I'm going to try that. And I was like, I always say find your beer. There's a beer out there for everyone. And there's a style out there that everyone would probably like. Yep. If you find the right one. I was like, well, I finally found a guava beer that I like.
Wow.
Out of, I don't know how many I've tried. I finally found one. But
they nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They called it a spicy one, but it wasn't really spicy. It just had a phenomenal flavor.
Spicy and guava.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was something else in there too. I want to say they cooked it. Oh, not cooked it. They brewed it with serrano peppers, I think. And a couple other different things. But I was like, damn, you guys nailed that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I said we love the creativity, man.
Yeah.
So what's great about this industry.
Oh, everyone's doing something different too. Everyone has their own identity. Yeah. That's what makes it so exciting.
Oh yeah, for sure. And for you guys do the breweries coming together, do you guys do a lot of collabs out here or?
Yeah, I like to. I've done a few with some local breweries.
Okay.
I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've done a few over the years. We have one in fermenter downstairs right now with Component Brewing Company.
Okay.
They're kind of down near this neighborhood of Bayview, south of here. So the last year's Wisconsin IPA Fest, they won gold.
Oh, okay.
And we got bronze.
Wow. Okay.
And then this year's IPA Fest, we won gold.
Okay.
And they won silver.
Oh, nice.
These guys, their IPAs are through the roof.
Yeah.
So we got together and started talking about this interesting way to kind of take these two beers. So mine's a hazy.
Yeah.
6.8%.
Okay.
They run these series of beers called it's an overflow. So
wow.
There's Simcoe overflow, Cascade overflow, but this one was New Zealand Cascades.
Oh, okay.
And so we wanted to marry these two styles together somehow.
Okay.
In this weird way.
But
then double it. So it's a double IPA.
Oh.
I ended up getting this super cool yeast from Berkeley Yeast Labs. They're doing so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
I ended up using the Tropics New England
Okay.
Without the thiolized boost stuff or whatever. I didn't want to use any of that, but we then, so the idea of it's going to be like kind of like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
But, brewed with the New England yeast, that's, it only attenuates to like 82%.
Yeah.
Which is, it's pretty good. So we wanted it to be like dry, but like juicy at the same time. And then we married the dry hop together. Like the two beers combos just really work well together.
Yeah.
Anyways, like I think mine's like Strata, Nectaron,
two great ones,
and Citra.
Yeah.
Strata's like one of my all-time favorites.
Oh yeah.
And then theirs obviously was the NZ Cascades.
Yeah.
They were able to source more of that.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the same lot or not, but they smelled really good when I opened. I dry hopped it yesterday.
Okay.
And so that's going to be pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah.
They're super cool guys. And this concept, to me, it wasn't like an easy one to pull off.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, cool, let's make just a hazy or something like that together. But it was like, we're trying to it's almost like a mind fuck kind of.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I feel about like black IPAs. It's like,
oh yeah,
you think it's going to be roasty and all this,
and it's not.
But then it's not.
Yeah,
it's hoppy. That kind of mindset. So you're trying to it's like a play on both of the beers together, which I think is going to be really cool.
I love that. Yeah. Speaking of black IPAs, a buddy of mine, we did a collab here for 1 year anniversary, and we called it Hopsylvania. Like if you're like a video game guy, but Castlevania.
Oh yeah, sure.
So we did Hopsylvania. It was a black IPA, but you just don't see them on menus.
No, oddly enough, I did one last year around this time.
Yeah,
called Opacity, which was just a standard single IPA.
Yeah,
and then for our Black Friday here is like the busiest day of the year. We do a decent amount of
the lacing. By the way,
it's crazy.
That's insane.
It's a really good looking empty glass of beer.
Oh yeah, it is.
So we do. It's a triple this time. It's a triple black IPA.
Wow.
For Black Friday, we had basically sold out in a single day.
Damn.
So that one's like 9%.
I was say what was the ABV on that?
But it does not drink like 9%.
And those are the scary ones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you were like. It doesn't like. You heard of the brewery Dust Bowl?
Yeah.
So Dust Bowl out like up north, they have one that they do like the mega IPA, and it's like 14% or some shit.
That's a lot.
But it's the weirdest thing because it's not boozy.
Well, they did it right then.
Yeah, because I remember the first I was like, don't ever give me that again because it was too good.
Yeah,
it was
for real.
Yeah, because we crushed like 3 or 4 or 5 of those and just.
Yeah, that's a slippery slope for sure.
Yeah, you're just passed out. It's like I can't drive. Somebody can pick me up. Oh man, okay, we have pause. We'll grab another beer. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're back. So normally I usually get a different style, but that's
double dip it.
Yeah, I'm going back for it again, and I'll have another one after.
I just found the last 3 cans in-house that I'll hook you guys up with.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna be drinking that tomorrow at the game. Yeah, awesome. We're going to the Packer game tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I've never been.
It's gonna be cold.
Oh yeah,
but it'll be fun for sure.
I've got all my layers with my long johns and all that stuff.
The one thing I'll recommend is rent the bleacher seat.
Okay.
When you get in there.
Okay.
Because if you're in the lower bowl, it's just bleachers.
Yeah.
And without that bleacher seat, you technically don't have like a seat.
Oh, gotcha.
That defines like where you are.
Yeah.
So I've always done that. And
I'll have to do that.
And it's a lot better sitting in one of those things than on the bleachers for 3 hours.
Yeah, for sure. Man. So I wanted to ask you, like, because I know, like, local culture, obviously, because I know Central Waters is, you said it's up north, right?
It's Amherst is like 2 hours away from here.
Yeah. Okay. And so like I was curious about like the obviously local culture too, like with like when it comes to Milwaukee and incorporating that vibe into the brewery.
So, one example would be I came up with a beer called Milwaukee Throwback Lager.
Okay.
And that was kind of an homage to where we are, right?
Yeah.
The old past brewery district.
Okay.
And trying to, like, in my mind, I'm like, I wanted to create a beer which would have resembled like On Decker or like something like that,
Love it.
Of course, they don't have that recipe, unfortunately, but they didn't leave that behind when they, sold the building.
Yeah.
But I really just kind of wanted to just do like, a throwback lager to kind of, pay homage to Pabst, but also like Schlitz and Blatz is right down the street.
Of course.
And, trying to do some of that, I thought was just an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
And it is definitely one of our biggest selling beers.
Okay.
And then that beer, actually, we do like private label for stuff for other companies. So there's a bar called Boone and Crockett.
Okay.
Very popular spot like south of here. And it's branded as duckweed lager there.
Okay.
And it's something like $50 a keg.
Wow.
Is donated to the Milwaukee River Keepers, which is, they're advocates for cleaning up the rivers. There's, the three main rivers here in town. They all come in this area that's known as the Confluence. But that's where they're based. And they're trying to clean up these areas to make these waterways much nicer than they are.
Yeah.
Currently, they've done a fantastic, for sure.
That's great.
Super into that. And then, I guess I'll call it my obsession with completing the Ice Age Trail. I had reached out to, their corporate office about collabing with them.
Yeah.
And we did a beer called Yellow Blaze that is, when you're out on the trail, they'll take like stencils and put them on trees, and then they'll paint it with this yellow paint so that you know that you're still on
like your trailhead. Yeah. Okay.
And like along the trail, because some of them share like other trails, and then this one will branch off.
Yeah.
The Yellow Blaze will always show you where you're going.
Okay.
And so we do something like, there's a donation piece with that. I think it's like a couple bucks a 4-pack or something like that gets donated to them. They're a nonprofit, but they use that money to maintain the trails and all that stuff.
That's really cool.
And when that beer is released, I mean, people come in here and buy, 5-6 cases at a time.
Oh, damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That beer is actually getting scaled up into full-time production.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Up north sometime soon, which would be really cool.
Yeah. What I love about that too, because that just shows like everybody wanting like, just like, like the community wanting to support, like, whether it's something, well, obviously the local brewery, but then also a local kind of, not like, what do you want to call, what's the right word? Not like foundation, but something like that.
Yeah.
They all want to like a local cause.
Yeah. Sure. And the interesting thing about, the trail too is the closest section to here is like a half hour away.
Yeah.
And I see people with Ice Age Trail like license plates all the time.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of people that live in, Milwaukee or Milwaukee County that are super into that. We send out the social media blast and people show up.
That's awesome.
Basically, yeah.
Love it, man. That's great.
Very proud of that beer and the cause it goes to.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Next one is a memorable brew day or like a fun brew day, or it could have been just a long brew day or the worst brew. The question used to be, what's the worst brew day you've ever had?
Well, in my mind, the most memorable brew days are the worst brew days.
Yeah.
The ones that go really well, you typically don't remember.
The 16-hour days.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've had a lot over the course of the years, but rice hulls help in general.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, this system here cannot handle rye on like any level.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll use a beta glucanase enzyme, smash in lower to help with that.
Yeah.
And try to do all that. And it turns into an absolute nightmare. Like there has been 2 times, because there was a seasonal rye lager when I started here.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the first brews I made.
Yeah.
I had to leave it overnight to drain.
Oh, shit. Does it just turn out like
no
concrete?
Joke. It just kept on breaking, and I could not reset the mash bed. There's no grant here. It's all differential pressure ran.
Yeah.
So that's a little hairy with, high protein adjuncts. But yeah, to have to leave the brewery, not only deflated because you didn't get anything out of it, but
there's no yield.
But the fact that you have to then clean this shit out the next day is like even worse.
You're like, I don't
want to. Yeah, it's just awful. It's just awful. There's just so much water in it, know?
Wow.
Yeah, so that is probably like the most recent one. I tried to do like a imperial rye IPA for some barrels, and I did. The first one was an absolute failure, but I was able to get some out of it.
Okay.
And then I turned it into like a different thing. I think we added like coffee to it.
Oh, okay.
And then I did it again, and I was able to fill said barrels. So, but after that experience, even that was a pain in the ass.
I bet.
I was like, I had more rye left over because I don't think I even added it in the second batch. And I sent that shit up north. And I was like, I don't even want this in the building. It's not allowed here.
Get
anymore.
The hell away
and I love
from me.
rye.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to look at you.
Yeah. No. You're out. You're not even allowed in here.
Get the fuck out.
For real. Terrible.
Yeah.
Such a bummer, but it can handle, I typically don't go in excess of like 30%.
Yeah.
On the heavy adjuncts just because I'm scared of that
of course.
happening again. I mean, I would love to go higher. I know a lot of the renowned hazy brewers in the US will push those limits up into like 50%.
Wow.
Just to gain that pillowy aspect in the hazy, it really helps. But it can handle the 30%, the oats and the wheat. I usually I'm more on team wheat than oats these days, just because I find oats to generally be kind of sweet. And I don't really like sweet IPAs.
Yeah.
So like even hazies.
Yeah.
I never liked the milkshake or any of that stuff.
And they can be really, it could be really heavy when it comes to,
And so for me, I kind of rely on alcohol to push body.
Yeah.
Dry hops to push body, water chemistry, obviously. But I want them to finish dry, and I want a little bitterness in there because it's still an IPA.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm not the type of guy that's boiling and with no hops in there.
Yeah.
I don't want to boil over anyways, so I put some hops in there to fight that back.
There you go.
Most of it goes in the tail end, anyways.
Yeah. Next one is what's your hangover cure?
Excedrin.
And migraine.
Yeah. And maybe like a ginger ale and some Alka-Seltzer or something like that. I haven't had a really bad hangover in a while, which I'm happy about.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. But there's been some epic ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How about like food wise? Do you have like a food that you'll eat, like your go-to?
Oh man. Usually I can't really eat anything.
Okay.
Honestly. I just kind of moan and groan my way through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just in the fetal position.
Why do I keep doing this?
Yeah. Why?
I just really like beer. I don't know.
Yeah. It's good stuff, right?
Yeah.
When I was, now it's vitamins for me. Like I'll take vitamins, take a shower, have like some coffee.
A shower is key.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then because there's days when I'm hungover, I'm like, oh fuck, I got to record today.
And honestly, the only true hangover cure is to start drinking again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's kind of what I mean. Like that, today it was McDonald's helped me a lot.
Yep. Eat some heavily processed food.
Oh, yeah.
Some grease.
Yeah, that, some coffee, and then I had a little, half a Gatorade. It's like we're in business. And then I had, what did I have over there? Well, I had the regular IPA. And then what else did I have? Shit.
Oh, just the...
the brown ale.
Yeah, the IPA. It's got the big eye on it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That and the brown ale. All great.
Yep.
But yeah. Man, that's almost 40 years for that place.
I know.
Yeah,
when I first started there, we were going on 25.
Yeah.
Well,
in the craft beer industry, it's
unheard of.
Insane.
And that place started in 1987.
Yeah. And I even told him, I was like, dude, that was the year I was born. He was just like, oh, shit.
He knows he's old.
Yeah. But his passion and love for it still, even after all these years, that's why I love this industry so much, man. It's the best industry.
Yep, for sure. He still does tours, I think, every once in a while.
Yeah. He would say that everyone would used to go to his brother's tour, but no one ever wanted to go on his tour.
Yeah, Jim's a great guy too.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's great, man. Next was when you're brewing, or even when you're doing all the R&D stuff too, it's like, what are you listening to? You listen to a podcast guy, or are you
yeah, it kind of depends. If I'm trying to read and stuff like that, I can't really do the podcast.
Oh, that's understandable.
Or the audiobooks because I can't really pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to listen to audiobooks when I'm kegging for some reason. It just helps pass the time. It's really loud, so I just put my earbuds in.
Yeah, of course.
But I picked up some B&W speakers. They're usually $1,000 at a rummage sale for $15.
Oh, there you go.
So I hooked up my B channel with my receiver downstairs.
Yeah.
So it pumps down there.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't know. I've been into I listen to different radio stations. So Craignagbin radio, in the background is pretty good. Or I listen to a lot of mid 90s hip hop.
Okay.
The
nothing wrong with that.
East Coast hip hop. You know?
Good stuff.
Wu-Tang, Nas.
Yeah. All bangers. Yeah.
Yep. Brand Nubians, Far Side, all that stuff. The Canning line seems to 90s hip hop more than anything. So that we always
you got a rubber nice.
Yeah, but either that or we got to sacrifice an animal or something.
Yeah.
But even being a big Fish fan, I'll listen to some shows every once in a while. Yeah. Generally very loud before people get here.
Yeah. There you go. It's funny because like I've talked to a lot of brewers at this point, but like some of my favorite stories are like they'd be like when they're working the canning line, they're like, "You got to be nice to her, man. You
have to. Don't ever say the day's going good around.
Yeah,
you know,
and then it's over.
Yeah, for real. Wait until the end.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh,
it's probably my least favorite thing about brewing.
Yeah,
is canning.
Yeah,
it's never easy.
Oh, yeah. That's what they always say. Next question is, if you could have a pint with any historical figure or celebrity or sports figure, anybody in the world you could have a beer with, or that's living or gone.
Well, I thought about this a little bit, and I have two.
Okay.
And so I would say Leif Erikson, the famous Viking that discovered North America 500 years before Columbus.
Yeah.
Just the ambition and like the balls it took these guys to just 100%. Be like, I don't know what's over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it. Yeah. I would just love to just like pick that dude's brain, you know? What a badass.
Oh, I love it.
And then Captain Pabst, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, guy's a legend. You know, he probably wasn't super nice, but the way his office is positioned in that building, he had it's like one of those like rotunda kind of, you know, steeple things, right?
Yeah.
And he had it set up so that he could see Schlitz up on the hill.
Wow.
And he could see Blatz.
Wow.
You know, and like contemplate how to like destroy them.
Yeah.
You know? The beer barons were pretty hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he also has this famous quote I saw somewhere where it's something to the effect of like, no man should have more than 40 to 50 beers a day.
Yeah.
Like 40 to 50 ought to be enough. Something like that. I'm like, yeah, dude, even when they're 2% or something like that, like 40 to 50 should be enough, honestly. But I just see him being one of those guys like, you take a sip of beer and you look at him and his glass is gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he just seems like he'd be like a really cool guy to, you know, to have at least one beer with.
Oh,
you know?
For sure.
Guy's a legend around here.
Yeah. And speaking of legends, like what are your Mount Rushmore breweries?
So, dude, there's two lagers.
Okay.
These are only American breweries just because, you know, the German guys are like on a whole nother level.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But I would say, so the lager breweries first would be Bierstadt Lager House.
Okay.
And Goldfinger.
Oh,
outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
Now, you know, they basically run, you know, I know Goldfinger doesn't do the same decoction craziness as like Bierstadt does, but he does do all that as well. But their beers, I mean, those lager beers are the best lagers that I've had outside of Europe.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. They're just so good. And then the IPA game, I would say Other Half and Russian River.
Oh, yeah.
Like Other Half, those breweries in particular are like, there's a lot of times that you hear about a certain beer or whatever, and there's all this hype, and then you drink it, and you're like, eh.
Yeah.
But like, I went to the Other Half in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I was blown away by these hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm more of a West Coast IPA guy.
Same.
Specifically like San Diego style.
Oh, yeah.
The way those are going now, like ultra lean and bright and that. Love that. But these were by far the best hazies I've ever had. And every single one I tried and bought all lived up to it.
I love it.
And my experience with Russian River is smaller, but just because it's like impossible to get.
It's hard, yeah.
But I've had some opportunities where, you know, a buddy of mine has like a guy out west that they'll like trade beer, you know?
Yeah.
And he has over time gotten me the one that's like with a pig or whatever.
Oh, blind pig?
Yeah. And amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But then the bottles of Pliny.
Oh, yeah.
You open that and it is the best IPA in America.
Yeah.
Like it lives up to every ounce of hype.
Even after all these years.
Yep.
It's still like.
And I know they've tweaked it over time, but like it's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Even then, like if I see it at like, because I mean, it's still not easily, even though I'm in California, it's not easily accessible all the time. But when I see it at a bottle shop or anything like that, like, I'm going to get a Pliny.
Oh, you have to?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could leave that place without it.
Oh, yeah. You got to have the older, but I like the younger too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The younger's good
That's
too.
the big one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never had that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
not easy to find.
No.
Yeah.
No, I thought about that a little bit because, I wanted to just show both sides of the coin. Like,
of course.
There's got to be the lager guys. There's got to be the IPA guys.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, this industry is like, they're still innovating. Like, no matter what, like, there's still places you could go and like, I tried this beer and I told you it's one of the best beers I've ever had. And
appreciate that.
Like, you never know. Like, there could be like, you go to some random city in a random place or a random state or whatever, and you can find great beer anyway.
Yep.
And I love that.
Yep.
Like, there's not an industry that else, like, there's like, you can find wine and all the other stuff, but like the collaboration, the want for everyone to succeed. Like we said, rising tide save whatever it was, whatever we said earlier.
Saves the ship.
Saves all ships or whatever. But I love that, man. And I think it's...
Yeah, I just think it's
a great job.
It's all you need is a good brewer.
Yeah.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah. And let that, like, because I mean, I've been to some breweries where like the owner is just like, oh no, you got to do it this way, or you got to do it that way. But let the brewer do his thing.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, let him like be
same
creative.
thing with chefs,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let him be creative. Let him try different things. Let him see if like throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Yep.
And that's all you really can do. And like, especially in the industry the way it is, like, I mean, it's in a bit of a lull, right?
Yeah.
But it's still like when I get to talk to people or talk to someone like you and hear like the passion behind what you do, it makes me want to just do everything I can for the industry.
Sure. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my TED Talk. Last two questions. The second to last, if you could bring something back from when you were a kid that's not around anymore, what would it be?
G.I. Joes.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I mean,
G.I. Joes. The cartoon, the TV show, TV show, the
little
toys.
PSA at the end of the episodes.
Oh, yeah.
All that shit. Like, I love that.
Oh, yeah. I remember I wasn't like the biggest G.I. Joe fan, but I remember watching it because they introduced Sergeant Slaughter as one of the characters.
Yep.
G.I. Joe, I was like, that's so badass.
Yeah.
Because I was such like,
with the mustache and everything.
Yeah. Yep. Like, we're such big wrestling fans. So, like, even now, still watch it.
Sure.
But yeah, like, he was actually just at Raw a couple weeks ago. Or like a week ago, right?
Whoa.
Yeah. But yeah, it's, I've been at one of the two WrestleManias, but one of them was like, I got to see like, was it in Santa Clara at WrestleMania 31?
Sure.
That was a fun.
Yeah. So the G.I. Joe thing has always been like one of my favorite things. And
that's cool.
I had a puzzle from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And, probably mid 80s or something like that. And my daughter and I put it together. She loves doing puzzles.
Yeah.
And my wife, I think for my anniversary, was able. The thing with this puzzle is it's one of four.
Yeah,
and she was able to get the other threes. Unfortunately, they're all missing one piece. But my daughter and I, we ended up putting the whole battle scene together.
That's cool.
It was super fun for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and you get to do that with your kid.
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
I mean, she could care less about it. She loves doing puzzles.
Yeah, but she gets to do that with you, and like that's like a what do they say in that movie Inside Out? It's a core memory.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. All right, last one. If you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Curious.
Okay.
I think that's why I love this particular brewing job so much, is that it has really,
R&D. Yeah,
it's really fueled my fire.
I love it.
So I have like two key books downstairs that I always return to gain, insight. I think the one is Modern Lager Beer.
Yeah.
It's a recent BA publication, and the new IPA by Scott Janis.
Okay.
Kind of really changed my mindset on what IPAs are and what they can be if you really focus the science behind it and you adhere to these. You have like a hypothesis and then you test it out, but then you adhere to the process.
Yep.
And then this guy, I mean, the way he wrote it out, it's both for home brewers and professional brewers, but literally changed my whole idea of what IPAs could be. When I started here, I didn't even know how to make a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
Because I never had to.
Yeah.
I think I made like one at Third Space. They were starting to roll out their like full-time hazy. But when I came here, I mean, I literally had no idea. I had never brewed one on my own. Wow. I had never designed one.
Yeah.
And so that curiosity on how to, I'm always the type of guy, like, if I'm going to spend time doing this, I'm going to do it the best I can.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
And so I did a ton of research and listened to tons of podcasts on like how to do this stuff and slowly figured it out. And that just honestly sparked something in me.
Yeah.
Like, especially now that it won, and it was like, it just turned something on in my mind, right? I'm just like, I want to gain even more and more knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about this industry is even though I've been doing it as long as I have, there's still so much to learn.
Yeah.
And people are changing the game.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm interested in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of inspiration in what other brewers are doing. And then I try it out myself.
Yeah.
Like I'll look at like who won gold medal at like the GABF this year.
Yeah.
And then I'll look at their websites and be like, oh, interesting. Cool.
Okay.
Like some people play it pretty close to the vest.
Yeah.
Other brewers are pretty open
about
what they're using. And I'm like, well, that's an interesting thing. Like,
maybe
I should like think about that a little deeper. And, But yeah, I mean, curiosity, I think, is an important thing to have in your job. It keeps things fresh.
Of course.
I'm never bored.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that's the best part. Like you get to come here and do something you love and then also just try new things all the time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that I never think anything is good enough. But
no, but that's okay though. Because like it's still like you just want more. Like you're striving for more every single day. And there's so many people out there, like not like that now we're sitting on the couch with Mike. We're like not to sound like a therapist, but like there's so many people out there that are just content.
Yeah.
And they don't want to, like, they're content about complaining about their job every day.
Totally. Yeah.
They're content about just just living for the weekend, man. Like, dude, get out there. And there's something out there for you. It's just a matter, like I say, find your beer. And it's a metaphor, obviously. It's like, but like, get out there, try to find a beer you might like because there's a beer out there for everybody.
For sure.
But it's about finding something you love in life, not wanting to let it go and wanting something in life. Like find some way to supplement your happiness.
Yeah, totally.
Anything. Whether if you like hiking, you like photography, or you like brewing, try homebrewing.
Yep.
Like one of my favorite things, like through this whole thing, is I've had a couple people like, some people walk up to me randomly and brews are like, just so you know, like I quit my job because he. Like, well, hopefully you had like some money.
Yeah, for real, or another job.
Yeah, or like other people like, hey man, I started homebrewing because of your show. Like, to me, there's nothing better than that. Like,
sure.
Because then, like, it just shows, like, if I make a difference in one person's life, then content with that.
Yeah, I feel lucky to be able to do what I do.
Yeah.
And, like, where I'm able to do it right now is this is, like, so Milwaukee. Like, I'm really proud of what we're able to do here. It keeps me coming back every day, for sure.
I love it, man. Well, I just want to say, Nate, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
For letting me come down here.
Yeah. It's great to meet you guys.
Yeah, and hear your story and drink beer at this phenomenal brewery. And the brewery, like on the outside, obviously the inside, it was like church vibes because it was a converted brewery.
It was,
Batman vibes for sure.
Gotham City vibes outside.
Totally.
Yeah,
the
sure.
church, like the church vibe could be like Gotham City vibes. I was like, as a kid, like Batman was my favorite.
It's a cool neighborhood for sure. And it was abandoned for years.
Yeah.
So it's good to see the resurgence. I mean, if you look out that window right there, you can see the old silos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the ones that are,
that was the old malt house.
Oh, wow.
They controlled every aspect of production down here. So,
dang.
Like, they were bringing in raw ingredients and malting it right here and storing them in the silos right there.
So cool. Oh, man. So everybody, if you're listening, or like everyone, like wherever you are, you listen, you come to Milwaukee, you got to hit up Lakefront, you got to hit up Central Waters Milwaukee, and any other places that they should go to.
I mean, I would say you want to pop in Third Space. It's not too far from here. Component.
Okay.
For sure. I'll give a shout out to my guy, Matt at Gathering Place.
Okay. It's a great name.
Yeah, totally. And Amorphic Brewing Company is those guys, and they make like killer Czech lagers and like really good hazy IPAs.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. Well, thank you so much again, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, totally. It's great to meet you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I had a great time with Nate. I'm just super appreciative being able to, sit down and have a beer with him out there. And I said, I can't say enough good things. But if you guys are ever in the area, like I know I've talked about it before, you got to go. Like, you got to check out Lakefront. You got to check out Central Waters Milwaukee. And there was some other ones. I'm trying to remember like some of the other ones we had mentioned. But man, there's so many, like, obviously beer is such a huge part of their history. And it's just a really cool place, man. And like I said, I love the architecture out there. It's freaking gorgeous. Let's see. All right. So yeah, this next week's episode is the Taps and Tailgates episode. Got some fun segments lined up for that. And then the week after that will be Salty Bear. Then I'm going to be recording. I'm going to have my buddies on. I was just on their podcast recently with the Hop In We're Drinking podcast. It's going to be a fun one. Looking forward to that. And then also going to be, might have something lined up with a particular brewery named Bottle Logic. That, yeah, I'm fucking stoked. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And I'm also trying to plan something with my boy, Ricky Rivera, Mexi Monk. Also going to be recording again with Mike from Unsung, because, he's on every year. So gotta line that up, baby. Man, yeah, there's more stuff coming too. Like I've been talking to Radiant, trying to work something out there, potentially trademark down the road. Also going to be in Phoenix for Super Bowl weekend. So I'm actually got something lined up out there. So I'm going to try to record while I'm out there. But yeah, all right. That's all I got. Got to get ready. Got to put some coffee in me, get that nectar of the gods in me, because I'm probably going to have a beer around 8:45. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week. Say a prayer for your boy after getting hurt yesterday. I'm just kidding. No, but I hope you guys have a great week. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy some football. Enjoy some craft beer. Try January. Like I said, it's all in moderation, man. Come on. You can, just get out there and support your local brewery. Do what you got to do. If they have food, go order some food. Go do something. Go hang out. But yeah. All right. That's all I got. So just kidding. All right. Don't forget to support local, drink local, and find your motherfucking beer. Cheers.